Good morning. Today is March 27, 2022. Um, 11:30 in the morning. I'm at the World Lake and I just wanted to share my impressions from the morning service at the St. Michael's Lutheran Church, where I just heard a message by Pastor Tim was talking about love and lose it, and it was a powerful message, absolutely powerful. I just kind of wanted to share with you because it deeply impressed me, and I just kind of wanted to share with you my impressions about this message. First of all, what really impressed me was the 4 key points that Pastor Tim mentioned. And the first one, of course, is deny yourself. So we have to deny ourselves, and just like Pastor Tim said, this is not particularly popular concept, In fact, it's really not popular. And if, for example, you perform a Google search on denying ourselves, you will probably only find that, people, like church people, are talking about this. And just like I mentioned to Pastor Tim, after the service, I said, yes, I totally agree. This is not a popular message because let's say if we go outside right now and we try to talk to people and ask them, do you have like a couple of minutes? I would like to talk to you. And bottom line, they say, well, okay, I will give you exactly a couple of minutes. What would you like to talk to me about? And you say, well, I would like to talk to you about denying yourself. And you say, well, I know I gave you a couple of minutes, but I really have to go. I mean, it's like this concept is not particularly popular, and yet it's a very, very, very important concept, because seeing yourself in this divine plan, just as a small particle, as a small cell of the divine plan, is so important. Agreeing with intention, with the power of intention of God. Just like I talked to Cheryl and your husband about this, that I immediately thought about The Power of Intention by Wayne Dyer, one of my favorite writers. And when I started reading this book, Power of Intention, frankly, what happened is that I just, first, this title did not really, I was not interested because, I was thinking, Power of Intention, well, what is this? Power of Intention, Power of Suggestion, what is this? Another behaviorist, psychologist who's going to talk about how to, concentrate and how to communicate your intentions to people or something like that. But immediately from the first pages of the book, I understand that Wayne Dyer was not talking about the power of the person's intention. He was talking about the power of intention, power of the God's intention. And what it's really coming down to is that, do you accept, do you believe that this universe, this world was created by God with a divine plan, with intention? Do you accept God's intention? And then, you just have to sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. Or if you do not accept this, or if you do not believe this, then yes, you have a lot of struggles ahead of you, and good luck to you. This is what's really coming down to, accepting that you just have a very, very small role, and you're very small, and this 80 years is just just like one moment, accepting this and at least reducing yourself, you know. So yeah, so that was the key number one, denying yourself. Key number two is carrying your cross, accepting your cross. Also not a very popular concept. In fact, since I already mentioned Wayne Dyer, who's one of my favorite writers, he was always talking about, people trying to, not only they not accepting their cross, but they are trying to always in their mind go back to the time when this situation started, and they trying to think, if I could only go back to that day and I could change something so I would never be in this particular situation. That's why Wayne Dyer said, we have to get rid of would-haves and could-haves, That is one thing that he said, get rid of your would-haves and could-haves, because it's not real. I mean, it's already happened. You are in this situation, and you just have to get rid of would-haves and could-haves. And so that's another thing, is we have to accept the situation that we're in and just carry our cross, Another thing is point number 3, all right? So point number 3 is this. What he was talking about is key point number 3 is follow Jesus. And well, here is pretty clear, we just have to follow God, follow God and his divine plan, just like what I mentioned in this book, Power of Intention by Wayne Dyer. We just have to accept the intention of God. So yeah, follow God, and his intention, not your own intention. And finally, one of the most powerful key is, if you try to save your life, you will probably lose it. And if you give up your life, you will acquire it. So this is from Matthew and also from Luke 17. Powerful, powerful quote. And what it really means is, well, first of all, since they, also in Luke 17, he's talking about, remember the Lot's wife, right? Look back when was escaping Sodom and Gomorrah, and look back, and basically, she got in trouble for looking back, because she did not completely give up your past, So this is one of the things that you have to do, is you have to kind of completely give up your past in order to be able to move forward, So this is a very important thing. But as I also mentioned to Pastor Tim, what is interesting is that you could also interpret it in a literal way, and the way you are going to interpret it in a literal way is like this. If you actually trying to physically save your life too much, you are going to become like a hermit. You're going to be overprotective of yourself, and you will probably end up not preserving your life, But if you let go and go out there and interact and express yourself, there is a very good chance that God will take care of you, and the universe will take care of you, because you will accept the power of intention, the power of God's intention, and the power of intention of the universe, and you're going to be just fine. So it's kind of interesting that this quote you can interpret in a figurative way that you have to give up your past, and that will open new horizons for you, but also in a literal way, you know, that you literally have to give up, you know, protecting and preserving your life too much, and that will help you. Well, so like I said, I just wanted to, you know, share my impressions about this message. Love and lose it, and it's a powerful message. Just wanted to share with you guys, and talk to you later. All right, thank you.